So I'm working on a very big animated project, and I decided to start documenting the journey so I can share it on here. Hi, my name is Eve, I'm a 3D artist and illustrator, and in this vlog series I share all about the making of the trailer for my animation project called The Magical Adventures of Gizmo and Oz. This project is something that I'm hoping to turn into a full animation series one day, but for the time being I'm just focusing on the trailer. So with that explanation out of the way, let me tell you about the challenge that I'm facing right now. So there's 27 shots in total to complete, which is around 1 minute and 20 seconds of animation, and there is only one Eve. So there is a lot of work to do for one person, and the deadline is fast approaching. The deadline for the project is sort of self-imposed, but it's one that I need to meet if I want to enter it into animation festivals. The festival that I'm most excited for is Annecy. It is one of the biggest animation festivals there is. Because of that, it is quite competitive, so I'm not sure if my trailer will make it in, but if I want to apply, that means I need to be done with most things by February. It is September now, so that gives me around 5 months to wrap everything up and get ready for submission. So what is the plan? Well, progress is happening slowly but surely. I have almost finished shots 1 through 15, but there is still a long way to go. I've been working on the trailer every chance I get. Working on the trailer has been a constant juggling act for me, so I've had to build the models, rig the models, animate the models, build the scenes, light and shade everything. Then I've also had to go back and forth between each shot and adjust every single aspect of it. So it's been a lot of work, but don't get me wrong, I've loved every minute of it. Even though it's challenging, seeing everything come together is so rewarding. The sense of accomplishment from knowing that every part of this trailer reflects my hard work is so amazing. Despite the enjoyment that I get from working on all of this, the reality is that there is still a mountain of work left to do, and the deadline of February is fast approaching. With so many shots still not started, I realized that animating all 27 shots by myself before the February deadline was impossible. So although I'd love to take my time with everything, I think realistically I might need to rethink things. So I decided to start looking for help. Accepting the fact that I need help is a bit tough for me because I'd always imagined creating this project on my own. I'm a bit torn between wanting help and wanting full ownership over every aspect. However, as the deadline approaches, one thing is clear. Sadly, I really can't finish this on my own. So this dream of mine needs a new approach. I started looking for an animator that could help me on the project. Trusting someone else with my project was quite a leap of faith because I really wanted this to be my baby, sort of the fruit of my labor and just my own thing. But if I want it to happen realistically, I think I need to let go of that control and trust someone else to make the project better. Having an experienced animator on this I think will also help make the project much better than I could on my own, and I think in the long run will pay off. So yeah, I'm starting the process of looking for an animator. So I started researching how I would go about hiring an animator. I ended up finding some portfolios on Vimeo, and that is how I found the artists to contact. To save enough to hire an animator, I picked up extra freelance gigs, and I also leaned on the support of my Patreon community. My patrons are a big part of why this project is even possible. If you'd like to contribute to the making of this project, consider becoming a patron. Reviewing people's show reels was the most crucial part of the process. I looked through various examples of each animator's work, evaluating their style and the quality of the work to ensure that it aligns with what I have in mind for the trailer. This whole process of hiring someone is quite overwhelming because it is the first time I've ever done something like that, and because I know how important it is to find someone who fits the role well. With the portfolios reviewed, I found a couple of animators that I really like, and I reached out to them to get some price quotes and to see their availability. Hopefully they're interested in working on the project, and I'm hoping that I find someone who is the perfect fit for this. After a few emails back and forth, I had a meeting with one of the animators. This animator's animation style and their price fitted my budget, so they were the perfect fit for this. So we just finished discussing the project and we agreed that the animator would take on 19 seconds of animation. That is one of the final shots for the trailer. This way my workload will be reduced significantly, which means that I can finish by the deadline. Okay. So we're in a different room now because I realized that all of the shots up until now have been at my desk and it's sort of been samey, and I just wanted to change it up a bit. So regarding the animation, explaining my vision to the animator was a new experience for me because I've never directed anyone before. What I tried to do was give clear and detailed instructions so we can avoid too much back and forth. To help the animator, I filmed some reference that captured all the key poses, the expressions and movements that I wanted her to capture. Here is a snippet, even though my acting skills are a little bit embarrassing.
Okay, pause. Yup, that's me. And that's my face rushing towards the ground. My name is Oz, and this is my dad, Gizmo.
I also did a couple of other things to make things easier for the animator. Firstly, I outlined the animation style and tone, and I also provided some reference for that. Next up, I highlighted the key moments and poses that were most important to get right. Finally, we also discussed technical details like frame rate and resolution. With all of that information, the animator can get started. Once the animator started, the first step was blocking out the key poses. I then provided feedback on those, mainly focusing on the poses and the timing. To make things clearer, I also added visual annotation to certain poses so the animator knew exactly what I meant. After a few feedback rounds, mainly adjusting the poses, we reached the final version. And I'm so happy to say that it looks amazing. Before I show you the final version, here is a quick breakdown of all the stages that the animation went through. First, we had the animatic with the rough storyboards. Next up, the animator blocked out the key poses and movements without adding detailed transitions. The final stage was the polishing stage where the animator added the in-betweens and smoothed out all the movement. And here is how the final polished animation for Oz turned out.
Okay, pause. Yup, that's me. And that's my face rushing towards the ground. My name is Oz. And this is my dad, Gizmo. He's a great wizard, but he's full of so many bad ideas. To put this into context, let me take you all the way back to the beginning of this life-changing adventure.
Now that the animator has joined and has completed the longest and most complex shot, we're back on track. It's such a big relief to have this challenge completed, and I'm feeling much more confident about meeting the February deadline. With the toughest part done, I'm optimistic about the rest and I'm excited to see it all come together. So, will I meet the deadline? Will everything turn out as expected? Find out in the next episode. In the next video, I'll share more about the process, so leave anything you'd like to know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe so you don't miss what happens next. Also, if you want to support the project and see more, head to my Patreon. Thank you for watching. Bye!